Welcome to the Militia Gaming community. I'm Trigger, and today we're going to go over 5 myths about Need for Speed Heat in 2021. Let's go! Before I get started, I just want to mention I do answer every single DM that comes my way, and that's on Instagram, Twitter, or Discord. And speaking of Discord, we have a Discord full of level 50 crews, people who are looking to find other players to join their crew. So if you're looking for a level 50 crew, you can check the Discord link in the description down below. All right, first I want to say that I know that some of you may disagree with what I'm about to say, but trust me, no one has been more dedicated to making content for Need for Speed Heat than me. I've been consistently playing the game since launch, and I still play it today, and I still make new content for it. I enjoy helping people with the game, but for this video, I thought I would address some of the wrong ideas that I've seen in my comments section. So let's get started. The first myth I want to talk about is the cops are impossible to get away from. The cops in this game are way too easy to get away from. I actually wish they were a bit harder because it would make night racing so much more fun. Once you understand the cop mechanics, it's pretty easy to ditch them. I know there will be people that disagree with me on this, but you have to understand that the cops don't scale to your level. They have one speed and it's determined by your heat level. So controlling your situation is quite easy as long as you don't overextend yourself. A general rule of thumb is that if your car is a level 100 to 200, don't exceed heat 2. If your car is 200 to 300, don't exceed heat 3. 300 to 350, don't go past heat 4, and once you have a 400 plus car, you can feel free to take on heat 5 cops. Obviously, if you're a fairly skilled player at the game, this range changes, but this is a good rule of thumb for most players. And also, if you need help getting away from cops, I have several videos about that subject. Alright, the second myth I want to talk about is the game is boring. This is 100% incorrect. The game isn't boring. You are bored of the game. I hate seeing people in the comments talk about how boring the game is when they haven't even completed all of the map activities or the main story yet. Stop spreading false info to others who may be reading through these comments. Just because you're bored with the game doesn't mean other people can't have fun with it. Additionally, it's totally okay if you are bored with the game, and you should play something else. The next one, Need for Speed Heat is worse than Payback. I might need to do an entire video on this topic because there's so much to unpack here, but I can definitely say that there is one reason why Payback isn't as good as Heat, and it's the upgrade and customization systems. I hate the RNG style upgrade system that Payback has. It completely limits the player's ability to choose how to build their own car, and this is literally the #1 reason why people play Need for Speed games, the building and customization. It's Need for Speed's best quality. Need for Speed Heat was way better for building and customization, so for that I give it the edge. Now, that's not to say that Heat doesn't have its issues, because it really does, but to me it's better than Payback. Alright, the next one, there's a faster car than the RSR, and this one is actually a 2-4. I've also seen people say that it takes no skill to drive the RSR. This is completely false. The competitive community has spoken on this many times. 98% of the world records are set using the RSR. Guys, I really don't want to say this again, but still to this day, I have people arguing with me in the comments section. The RSR is the fastest car in the game, and it's not even close. Now, I want to be clear here. You can definitely beat another player who's using an RSR, but that just proves that you drove the race better than he did. If you really don't believe me, then you should put the time in to learn how to drive the RSR properly and then test it for yourself. If you're getting better times with any other car in the game, you are driving wrong. You are making mistakes with the RSR that are easier to avoid with other cars in the game. One in particular is oversteering, and another is using the handbrake. The RSR is notorious for oversteering and for not using the handbrake on turns. And for those of you who say it takes no skill to drive the RSR, you are 100% wrong. It takes less skill to drive the RSR moderately fast, but if you want to drive it at an elite level, it takes a tremendous amount of skill. If you don't believe me, then try running a 2-minute and 30-second time on Sonic with the RSR. The least skilled competitive players can do this with relative ease. Go ahead and try it. It's not as easy as you think. 2:30 on Sonic is sort of an entry-level time for the competitive players. And lastly, people say all the time that the game is dead. Listen, this is simply not true. Need for Speed Heat has a rotating player base that is full of new-ish players. I get tons and tons of DMs and comments from people who just picked up the game. In addition to that, the Need for Speed League is about to start its first Need for Speed Heat season, and if you want more information about that, you can join the Need for Speed League Discord. There will be a link in the description, and you can look for the Need for Speed Heat Division channels for rules and regulations, and a registration link if you'd like to register your crew for the league. If you're a solo player who wants to join a crew for the league, make sure you're following at NeedForSpeed_League on Instagram for more information about the upcoming draft tournaments. And as more information becomes available, I'll add it to the description of this video. So make sure you save this video to reference later. Bottom line though is that the Need for Speed Heat community is really strong. If you think it's dead, it's because you're not connected with the correct people, and there are tons of new players coming in and going out all of the time. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I know this might be a video where people disagree, so if you disagree, please let me know in the comments your thoughts in a respectful manner. I want to encourage healthy discussion here, so don't be rude, but convince me I'm wrong if you don't agree with this video. Alright, shout out to all the Militia subs. I will catch you on the next one. Trigger out.